Hi and welcome to this video. This video is mostly going to be about how to rig hair that looks very flowy. I wanted to say sparkly, but that depends on the art style. So it's more about how I rig it to make it super flowy. Here's a little preview on the right side or left side. I don't know. Future Tori is going to edit it somewhere in. So this is what I will teach you today. Heads up, it's not something I discovered by myself or learned by myself. It is indeed something another artist did, and I saw it on Twitter and I learned a lot from it, and I started doing it for myself. And I thought, because I struggled so much to understand the steps and how to make it work, I thought about making my own video, explaining it a little bit further for everyone who might not pick it up immediately with a short video, but needs maybe a little bit more explanation. Yeah, there will be timestamps down below, so if you want to skip the whole part of me drawing the hair that we are going to rig, feel free to do so. And thank you so much for clicking on this video. Let's dive in. I definitely recommend using a program that has a mirroring effect, a tool, because otherwise it's going to be really hard to do and to nail. Also, it's not that important to get the other side, even if you don't have a mirror tool, because we won't rig each hair to try and make it mimic. We will actually copy paste it in Live2D, which is something I will also explain and show a common error that I sometimes do, and then I struggle to figure out why it is. Oh, also another thing is that I did this thing, and this is the base hair. This is how I rig hair. I don't know if other ones do it too. But this is the base hair piece or head piece that is going to move with the head, and the hair strands are gonna be stuck to it basically and just flow on it, so those lines won't be visible later, and I will show it when I get to the coloring part. Ta-da! I will explain how I layered the hair. So first we have these. These are just the bangs and they're just on top of it. Then we have the long hair, which for purposes of showing you how it's going to look like will be in front, although I did plan them to be behind her. And then we have her body. And then we have the piece of hair that I was talking about that is just the base hair. It's there to connect all the long hair to it. Editor's note: you don't need the second half of the hair. If it's two pieces that are mirrored, you usually only need one of them because you're gonna copy paste it anyways. Of course, if you wanted to move in a different way than the other piece, then go ahead and keep both. But in this case, if I would do the eyes, I would cut out the second eye too. So I just have one of them to work with. Also, don't be as stupid as me and actually cut out the head. I don't know why. I just merged it to be together. You're not supposed to do that. I did not think about cutting it out, so that's my bad. That's why I have to do it afterwards again, because it just happens every single time that I'm forgetting it. So yeah. So after you have imported your file to Live2D, it's time to do the actual rigging part. Just in case, I will be explaining some minor details in case someone doesn't have that knowledge. To make really sure. Usually I would make a warp that would contain all of the body parts. In this case, I won't do it because I'm not going to do a detailed rig on the body either. I just need the head and the hair. So the first thing I do is selecting everything, then oopsie, and then giving it a mesh. Usually I do the standard one or I do the little one because it doesn't really matter at the beginning. It's just so in case I forget something that I don't edit later, it will have a mesh. But if I go ahead, like for a face, I would definitely go in by hand and make it have its own mesh, handmade. So what I do first is taking the head and everything that is fixed to the head, giving its own warp that I call head. Okay, first of all, I will be rigging the head. So one of the things that I learned is how to reflect key points or keyframes, I don't know how you call it. So you don't have to do it again, editing the other half so it looks the same when moving. Also, this is just a preview. I did a very fast job. It's not accurate. I would not do it like this normally. It's just so I have it right now. What I learned is you can click on the keyframe and then you can go reflect the motion and just click OK. And then you have it reflected on both sides, you don't have to do it again. So now that we have the sideways, which is just the most important part for the head, for the hair. Oh, almost. Should have made sure that the hair is inside the head, huh? Still part of it. This is better. So now we will get to the hair part. This hairpiece, already a heads up, it's going to use multiple warps. It's not gonna be one. If you have a low budget PC with low specs, I don't know how it's going to perform for you because it's a lot that is happening. You might want to tone it down a little bit just to make sure that you can actually run it. We will need to give it a little bit of better mesh. But I'm pretty sure it's a little bit too heavy. Just a general heavy one should be fine, should work. So what we will do is first of all decide how many warps you actually want to use. For this one I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 5 warps. So you will make for this hair a warp and call it warp 1. I don't know if this is accurate, let me see. 1, 3, 4. I guess 4 would work too. If I use the one here. Yeah, okay, so this is fine. 5. These are the ones we're gonna use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we won't be using the upper 2 because those are the ones that make sure that the hair stays where the hair starts. We don't necessarily will want to use that. As you can see, it just bugs out with line work. So plan out where you want your hair stuff to start. Because in this case, I will leave out the first 2. I usually do, so that's nothing new. First of all, when you have your first warp, go to your first hair settings and you will make a keyframe. Keyforms. You will make keyforms. And then you go to the furthest left and then you choose the whole part that will be rigged at the end. Then you click on this icon, you choose rotation, and then you go halfway through your hair like here. I don't know if it makes a difference if it's here or here. For my example, I just do halfway the line, and then you tell it how you want it to rotate. In this case, like this. And then you click OK, and for some reason you can't go to the right side and then edit it again like usually you would with warps, which is very annoying because usually you would need to click away, click on the warp again, select it again. However, what I do is just clicking this one and then reflect the motion, and then it's going to automatically reflect it for you. So you don't have to go in manually and do the other side again, but you can save time. So now that you have that, you click on the hair again, make another warp, warp 2, save it. This time though, we need a new parameter, hair 2. Give it same settings. We will do the same thing, but this time we will leave out one of them. So this time we have 4 of them selected, and then you do basically the same thing again. Go halfway through, go to the left, reflect the motion, and then you have this. And then you do the same thing again. After you have this done, you basically have all the parameters you need to do the hair. So next up is the physics settings. For that, you go up here, click on physics. As you can see, the head is turning. It looks very weird and stiff, but it's okay. This is for preview purposes. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. So first thing you do is add to give it a name. Hair, input preset, head input, physics model. Let's just do hair short for now. Then you go to the output settings, and then you add all of the hair, all of them, all 5. And then comes the fun part. You see this one, it doesn't look good, looks weird. We will add more pendulums. So we have 5 in total, same as our hair in general, it's 5 warps. Then you go up here and give it pendulum 2, pendulum 3, 4, 5. And suddenly it looks so much better. Because now the physics actually respond to each warp dependently, like it's supposed to be on a string, instead of every single one having the same pendulum and moving the same way. So now you can start adjusting. In my case, I do have a preset already, which is hair bounce. It has only 4, we will make 5. This one is a very soft and slow one, which is giving it this ethereal feeling. That's nice. So now after we have set up that, how do we make 2 of them? We don't want to reflect any parameters when copy pasting it, so just click OK, and it's going to just click to the other side, just as I said. And if I go to the physics now, this is about how it's going to look like. Very flowy. So yeah, that's it. I hope this was informative and helpful. Thanks so much for watching my video out of all the other amazing artists. that explain how to do hair physics. If you want to see more Live2D tutorials, like and, I don't know, maybe subscribe if you want to be subscribed. And I will see you in the next video, or speed paint, depending what my mood is. Bye!